Only 3 weeks away from the World Cup and your calendars are still empty? I'll tell you why on this video.
Hello everyone. As we promised, we will take a look at the Miami market during the FIFA World Cup. We're going to take a look at what's the mood of the economy right now and the travelers, how has the ticket sale performed so far, and what's happening with the short-term rental market in Miami. As you may know, inflation hit hard. The last record is 3.8 year over year. But if you pay attention to the categories, airline fares and gas have been the highest categories. And this has a huge impact on travel and, of course, vacation rentals. Even though salaries have been rising, inflation has outpaced the growth, and therefore the purchasing power has decreased. And naturally, discretionary categories like vacations and entertainment are the first one to be reduced. In the general mood, and especially for foreigners, given the tension in Middle East, war with Iran, and all the talk that has been going on with visa requirement and requirements becoming more strict to get a visa to travel into the States, have made many travelers more cautious about this. In the end, they decided not to change the terms to get a visa, but it seems like this happened too late because we are over 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks before the World Cup starts, and we are not seeing a lot of international travel for this event. If you didn't notice, the consumer sentiment in May gave a number that is the lowest in 70 years. So Americans are very cautious and price sensitive about everything they're spending money on, pretty much. What's the impact on vacation rentals? Shorter stays, and especially very short booking window. That's the time that our guests spend between making a reservation and checking. So if the booking window is shorter, it's harder for us to plan for pricing, stay restrictions, and have visibility on the calendar. Some headlines about the World Cup. Many hotels have called the World Cup a non-event because they have not seen any impact on reservations. Most of the hotel rooms have remained empty, and they are lowering the prices, hoping to get more traction. And a huge thing that has shaped this World Cup is the fact that they let second market operators buy a large amount of tickets. Pretty much everyone that I know that is planning to go to any game has bought the tickets on the secondary market. And of course, you know that these players play with supply and demand, and they manage pretty much was the price level of these tickets. And the ticket prices are just ridiculous for a FIFA event. This is not the same as a Super Bowl where people can pay $5,000 for a single ticket. There are a lot of games in a World Cup, and Europeans, Latin Americans, which are very fond of soccer, are not used to paying these kind of ticket prices. So many soccer fans are very angry about the fact that the tickets are very expensive, and especially they have created this second market for FIFA tickets. I have my own experience of going to the World Cup in Russia, and they were very affordable. I was able to buy them through FIFA directly. And now, if I want to go to a game, I need to buy them on StubHub, Ticketmaster, or any other platform where the prices are just everywhere. So if we look at occupancy, and this is pacing is what's the occupancy level for a future date at this time of the year. So we can see that for the FIFA dates, we are pacing 3 points behind last year. This cater line is the performance of occupancy last year, and the solid line is the occupancy this year. So it's not a huge difference, but everyone would expect that this occupancy will be higher given that we have one of the biggest events in the world. And what you see below here with the soccer balls is the dates of every match that is being played in Miami. To be honest, we don't see just any increase on when the games happen. I mean, there is some increase here between this is the third week of June, but the quarterfinal is a huge event and occupancy is at 10%. Now, if we look at prices, this is the only thing that has improved, but not so much. And you will see how this differs from the expectations of the managers and listing owners. There is a 17% increase in the average daily rate during this time, which is pretty much in Miami $64 for this time of the year. Now, look at the average ticket price for each game. $2,500 for Colombia Portugal, which is probably the biggest game that is going to be played in Miami. We don't know who's going to play these games, so we don't know how important they're going to be. Of course, it's the round of 32 quarterfinal, but which teams play a huge factor because my respect to Uruguay, huge team, but they're playing against Cabo Verde, so this game is not going to be very popular. Now, the popular games, Scotland against Brazil and Colombia and Portugal, look at the ticket prices. Now, we're not seeing this translate into occupancy. This graph shows the median book price against the listed price. So you can see that the median book price is completely outside of any percentile that the listings are being offered. So the 25th and 50th percentile, which is the lowest one, it's even above the 257 median booked price. So this shows that the market is everywhere in terms of pricing, and those listings are going to miss a lot of bookings, and they will have no chance but to reduce their price a lot just 7 days before the start of the World Cup. The average booking window is 16 days, which is very short notice, and the length of stay is only 4 nights. In the past, we thought that the World Cup was going to bring longer stays, but it's not the case. People are only flying in for the games. Now, this is a very good graph to see the difference between what's the available rate, what are the listings offering, and what is actually being booked. So rates are 127% higher this June than last year, and this is July, my bad, July 3rd. But the properties that are being booked are only booking 20% higher than last year. So this is a reasonable target in terms of rate. We should aim at between 15-20% more than last year, but no more than that, because we see that all those other listings in this price range are being left empty. This is the outlook for the rest of the year. It's too soon to say if this is gonna be a bad year or not. The pacing is pretty much equal, 8.4, 8.5 this year. We see the difference in June and July pretty much, but um, there are no trends to be pointed out at this point of time. This is the final occupancy. The skater line is the final occupancy that we had for the upcoming months. September is a very, very weak month. Last year, two out of three properties remain empty. So as usual, this is a very seasonal market, and hopefully we'll have a better September this year. Just an overview of the big events that we have had. A lot of owners ask about the Formula One. This is our fifth year. We learned our lesson. It's not a major driver of. It's not a major. It's not much of an stimulus to increase occupancy, 56%, which is not outstanding. The rate increased 3%. That's very good. But occupancy has always been between 60 and 63% in Formula One. So not enough expectation for this event. Miami Open, on the contrary, is very solid in occupancy and has been increasing slowly in ADR. But this is mainly because it's happening during March, where the agenda is just amazing in Miami. The weather is beautiful, so this is a more successful event in occupancy. Not because of the event itself, but the month. Now May, not a great weekend, just another weekend. Well, the World Cup we just saw 15% so far. The rates are looking better though, 27.5 overall. Well, if you have any questions about what's going on with the World Cup, what we're thinking in terms of pricing, and any suggestions you want to give us, feel free to reach out. This is our email, phone number, and website, and we'll talk soon.